Single people living alone in 2,500 square feet house. This sub has plenty of posts about why I regret buying a big house, but in those posts, the average home size seems to be 3,000 square feet. 2,500 square feet for a single person is still way more house than needed. But life circumstances can change, could meet a significant other and have kids years down the line, etc. Also, in today's market, low inventory seems to be the new normal, and in some locations houses between this size are all that's available. Is there anyone who bought a house in this size range and is happy they did so, i.e. they grew into it or just prefer the extra space? I'm a single female and bought a 2,200 square feet house. I'm glad I did. I love having the extra space for an office, hobbies and pets. I have a whole room dedicated to gaming and it's awesome. I wish I went bigger, tbh. 2 people. 3 ksqft. We both have an office, a gym, a guest room, and a huge basement we hardly use. It's too big. But if we had kids it would be perfect. Space is nice though, but cleaning is a pita. Dang. Y'all in your mansions. 1,000 square featuring 3BR2 Ba home in San Diego. We feel fine as a family of 4 but would like 1 extra room for guests. But then again, if we had that extra room, we'd end up having guests year round. We don't have too much furniture in the rooms except for a bed and desks in kids' room. Works for us. We also have an open layout similar to a great room but not so great here, and lots of people think our house is bigger. We have a larger than normal lot, so it works out for CA lifestyle. I lived in 1200 SF when I was single and it felt too big. The 2 of us live in 1500 now, and while we could go smaller, this feels right for the frequency of guests we have. All of these comments are people who do not live alone talking about how that size is just right, so that's enough of an answer for me. More like, how are you affording 2,500 SQFT on a single salary? I bought a 2,200 SQFT house with a nice sized yard in 2018. Am single lady with 5 pets lol. Honestly, sometimes it does feel too big. It's got 3 beds, 2.5 baths, and an office that could be a 4th bed. That's a lot for one person, but at the same time it's great. My office is my nerd game hobby room. My 2nd bedroom is my workout room. My 3rd holds my excess crap lol. I love my house. 900 SQFT and it still feels too big as a single occupancy. I am a single male and I like living in small places. I have a 1BD2 Ba apartment that is 680 SQFT. I also have a home. My house is 480 SQFT 1BD1 Ba and I love it. It sits on 40 acres of wooded land and has a 1,000 SQFT finished pole barn with a workshop in it. My house has everything I need and nothing more. I had the choice to move into a small home on the property of my dreams and also have an apartment close to work, or live in a large house on a postage stamp of a plot with a commute. No brainer for me. We're in that range for just 2 of us. It give us space for hobbies and inherited furniture and house guests and slightly mentally unwell pets. I think it all depends on layout and if you're used to living in large spaces. Not the target audience of your post, but we bought a 1,600 square feet home. Even with a dog, a baby and working from home, it feels too large. However, I grew up in a family of 4 living in 800 apartments. If you grew up or are accustomed to larger spaces, or if the layout doesn't maximize efficiency, 2,000 square feet may not feel too large. You guys have houses? Single and bought just under 2,000 square featuring 1987 exactly. It'll be awesome when it's fully furnished. And it's taking a long time for me to get there. However, having a room just for working out and a dedicated office guest room with closets for extra storage is so nice. People say my kitchen is huge for one person, but it's the perfect size for me since I cook a lot, like hosting, and have tons of stuff to store. It is a lot for me to clean all at once, so I try to tackle a little bit each day to make it less overwhelming. I bought a 2,500 square feet house as a single guy. It felt huge at first, but as you become so familiar with the home, it starts not to feel so big. I love it and have lots of room to decorate and make it my own. I'm a big fan of space, but I WFH and exercise from home, and basically spend 90% of my time at my house. I need room for hobbies and relaxing, etc. I also love cleaning. Lol. I know it's weird, but it's meditative for me. I can't relax if my house is messy. It's just myself, my husband and our 2 dogs, and we just bought a 2,800 square feet house which is perfect for us. Before I met my husband, I lived alone in a 2,500 square feet house, and although I didn't utilize all of the space to its fullest, I still enjoyed it. I think that's a smart range to buy in. I have a spouse and kid and an 1,800 square foot house. I have a bunch of hobbies and pets and don't often leave the house as I telecommute. After kid moves out, it still won't feel like a huge amount of space. If you are young, I think it makes sense to buy in that range in the event you want a family later. You can always downsize later. Houses with at least 3 bedrooms are always more in demand than their 2-bedroom counterparts. Divorced. No kids at home. Just moved from 1,200 square feet to 3,400 square feet finished. Will be over 4,000 once I finish the rest of the basement. I'm happy with my purchase. Better neighborhood. Nicer yard. More entertaining space. I'm single with a 1,200 feet space. I'd love to go up to 2,000 or 1,200 with an unfinished basement. Since I don't have a basement, it makes storage a lot harder. Family of 4, 1,900 square feet on a 1-acre lot. It's all we will ever need. For me, the main reason to buy was that I needed more space due to working from home. I wish I got a little more garage space for tools, but the basement and extra bedroom were very necessary for me. I have not made any new purchases after being here for a few weeks now, and I feel like I already filled the place just with what was in my 1-bedroom apartment. Single person in a 4.4.290 I love it. Definitely too big, but I am comfortable with a home office. Entertaining space. Plenty of closet. Extra bedrooms or a guest room. A home gym. And a library. When I partner up, they could also have space for a home office if we stay here. If kids enter the picture, there's room for them and I get to keep my 2.5 mortgage. 2,500 is huge even for 2 people. Yes. Bought a 5-level split. About 2,900 square feet. The top floor has 3 bedrooms and a bath and doesn't get used unless I have guests staying with me. And that's fine. Love the house. My husband bought a 2,000 square foot house when we were dating. I eventually moved in, and now we're married with a 4-year-old and another baby on the way. It's feeling a little tight for our family of 4. Partly because it's a 1950s house and the rooms are really small. We love the house overall, but we are considering upgrading for a little more space. 1,600 SQF in Anchorage for 2 adults, 1 toddler, and 2 dogs. It's great.